Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Talk Sports in South Jersey. Let's get started by talking about our local teams first. Starting with the Philadelphia Union. They will take on the New York Red Bulls on Sunday. They have 50 points on the season. If the season were to end today, they would be in the knockout round taking on the Columbus Crew. They are behind New York City Football Club for third place to get into the knockout round. Let's hope they get a few more wins under their belt and move up a spot in the Eastern Conference. The Philadelphia Eagles are 3-3 on the season. They will take on the Carolina Panthers on Sunday. They are tied with the Dallas Cowboys for second place. Let's get a win and stay in the NFC East race. The Philadelphia Flyers are 2-3 on the season. They will take on the Florida Panthers on Tuesday, Columbus Blue Jackets on Thursday, and the New Jersey Devils on Saturday. Let's get some wins and move up a spot in the Eastern Conference. The Philadelphia 76ers will start off their season at Boston on Tuesday, against the Chicago Bulls on Thursday, and the Orlando Magic on Saturday. Let's get the NBA season underway with some wins. The Temple Owls are 4-3 on the season. They won their last game against Navy in Maryland by a score of 24-17. A reassuring performance by the Temple Owls. Next, they will take on the Cincinnati Bearcats at Lincoln Financial Field on Saturday. Let's get a win and be number one. Fight, fight, fight for the cherry and the white. The Pennsylvania Quakers are 4-1 on the season. They won 13-10 against Columbia on Saturday. They will take on Yale on Friday. Let's keep the winning streak going. The Wildcats are 3-4 on the season, losing to James Madison on Saturday, 37-0. They are off this week. On October 27th, they will take on New Hampshire. Let's get a win and be above 500. Nova! 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 We will talk more of the local teams next week. It's time for This Week in Sports History. Everything happening around in the world of sports. On October 15th, 1917, the Chicago White Sox beat the New York Baseball Giants 4-2 in the 14th World Series. On October 16th, 1909, Jack Johnson knocked out Stanley Keuchel in 12 for heavyweight boxing title. On October 17th, 1964, in the first ever Olympic women's pentathlon, Irina Press of the Soviet Union sets a world record, 5,246 points to win the gold medal at the Tokyo Games. On October 18, 1918, NHS Quebec Bulldogs sold to a Toronto businessman, P.J. Quinn. On October 19, 1933, Berlin Olympic Committee vote to introduce basketball in 1936. On October 20, 1912, Hans Kohlhammer runs a world record marathon of 2 hours, 29 minutes and 39.2 seconds. On October 21, 1911, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta unions form the Western Canada Rugby Football Union. I'll have more sports history fun facts next week. It's time to recap the 2018 MLB Postseason. The Milwaukee Brewers and the Los Angeles Dodgers are tied at 1 game each. The Houston Astros and the Boston Red Sox are tied at 1 game each. Who will advance to the Fall Classic? Will it be the Milwaukee Brewers, the Los Angeles Dodgers, Boston Red Sox, or the Houston Astros? I predict that it will be the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Houston Astros in the Fall Classic. We will have more of the 2018 Major League Baseball postseason next week. Now it's time to see how my predictions worked out for Week 6 of the National Football League. I went 2 for 6. Not a good week. I got the 2 teams that happened to be in the Super Bowl last year, Philly and New England. It's Week 7 of the NFL season. It's time to pick the top 6 NFL games. Who will win the game on Thursday and Sunday, starting with the Denver Broncos versus the Arizona Cardinals. A tough loss for the Denver Broncos, losing 23-20 to the Los Angeles Rams in Denver. Arizona also lost at Minnesota 27-17. I predict the Denver Broncos to go into Arizona and break the 4-game losing streak. Tennessee Titans versus the Los Angeles Superchargers. What happened to the Tennessee Titans? They had a poor performance. Marcus Mariota was sacked 11 times by the Baltimore defense. The Chargers won in Cleveland 38-14. A reassuring performance by the Los Angeles Chargers. I predict the Los Angeles Superchargers to beat the Tennessee Titans in London. The Carolina Panthers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles! The Carolina Panthers lost at Washington 23-17. The Philadelphia Eagles came away with a huge win, 34-13 at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Let's get a win and keep pace with the Washington Redskins. I predict the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game and sack Cam Newton. The New England Patriots versus Chicago Bears. A wild game in Foxborough. The Pats won 43-40 and handed the Chiefs their first loss of the season. The Bears lost in overtime at Miami 31-28. I predict the New England Patriots to go into Chicago and win the game. Dallas, how about them Cowboys versus Washington? Hail to the Redskins. The Dallas Cowboys won big time in Arlington 40-7, destroying the Jaguars. The Washington Redskins are 4-2 on the season. They are in first place in the NFC East. I predict the Dallas Cowboys to go into Landover and seek out a W. The Cincinnati Bengals versus the Kansas City Chiefs. A tough loss for the Cincinnati Bengals, losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers on a game-winning touchdown, 28-21. The Chiefs lost their first game of the season at New England, 43-40. I predict the Cincinnati Bengals to bounce back after a tough loss in the jungle. Check in next week and we will see how everyone did. Well, that is a wrap. You can also listen to my podcast through my Facebook page at Stefan Sports Radio, or through the podcast app, or this YouTube channel. And you can listen to me on Saturday nights at 6 o'clock on 1360 WNJC in Cherry Hill. Thank you for watching and keep those comments rolling, and we will talk to you next week.